The Dark Knight. This is the 2008. That's right, guys. This movie's almost 16 years old this year. Batman movie. Christopher Nolan's movie. The sequel to Batman Begins. I got the opportunity to see this in a theater again for the, what? How many times have I seen this movie now in theaters? 4 times, I think. The 4th time in my life I've seen this movie in a theater. First time being when I was, what, 10? 11? No. I'd have been 14. 13 or 14, something like that. Anyways, Dark Knight. We all know what this movie is. I don't know why I keep trying to explain it. So yeah, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. I absolutely love this movie. Last time I saw this movie in the theater was actually in September, for Batman Day. Yeah, I saw all 3 of the movies in theaters, and that was awesome. So yeah, I got to see it again. Awesome to see. This is not going to be much of a review. It's just going to be me loving this movie. Just talking about everything I love about this movie. I love all the actors in this movie. I love all the acting in this movie. Heath Ledger, posthumous Oscar win, something like that. He got an Oscar for this movie after he had passed away, unfortunately. So yeah, he, of course, is amazing in this movie. Michael Caine, Gary Oldman, Christian Bale, Maggie Gyllenhaal, she's great. Aaron Eckhart, that's who I was thinking of. All of them really great in this movie. The action is great in this movie. You can tell this is one of Nolan's, still trying to figure out how action is filmed. There's definitely shakier moments, but not too shaky that you don't understand what's going on. Yeah, cinematography in this movie is great. Hans Zimmer's score is great. The sound, hearing this in a theater again, I saw it in RPX, so hearing it with those speakers, just, oh, so great. I love Chicago. You know, I have literally a Chicago up there. I don't even know if you can see it right now. Hold on. Chicago. I love Chicago. Chicago's like my favorite place in the entire world. A lot of this movie was shot in Chicago. Yeah, Chicago's just, watching this, I'm like, oh, I know where that is. I've been there. I've stood there. So yeah, that's really cool. Just everything about this movie is so good. This is going to be just more of a, not a rant, just me babbling randomly to you about The Dark Knight and how much I love it. I love this freaking movie. I just love it. I love it. I love the story. The writing in it is so good. The dialogue, there's so many great quotes in this. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. Some men just want to watch the world burn. Why so serious? I mean, so many great lines from this movie. The action is so good. Like I said, that stunt where they actually flipped a semi in the middle of Chicago, it's freaking awesome, in front of the Chicago Board Trade Building, which is like my favorite building in the entire world now. The scenes with the Bat Pod are so great. The scenes with the Batmobile are so great. Nolan does such a great job of using practical and CGI and such like that. He has such great balance. You know, there are pictures and video of Christian Bale on top of Sears Tower actually doing that one shot. So yeah, I mean, it's so cool that Christian Bale, A, wanted to do that, B, Christopher Nolan was able to do that. It's awesome. I just love this movie. I love this movie. I have nothing horrible to say about this movie. I just love this movie. This movie's perfect in my book. Nothing negative at all. I just love this movie. This movie's so good. I just don't understand why people wouldn't like this movie. Dark Knight is just so freaking incredible, and I freaking love it. I just love it. I love this movie so freaking much. I mean, it's so good. Oh, look at that shot. That's not even really technically in the movie, but I love that. I love this movie. I love it. 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 Yeah. What else can I say? What else can I say? I think I literally talked about like everything. I mean, the lighting in this movie, wonderful. The production design, great. It's wonderful. I actually love what they do with Bruce Wayne's penthouse. It looks really cool. And pretty much everything in that penthouse pretty much everything inside of a building is shot in the same building, I believe, for the most part. So yeah, if it's like in a skyscraper, it's all the same skyscraper they essentially shot in, which is cool because I pretty much, I didn't get to go inside really, but I stood outside and I was like, this is where Batman hangs and stuff. I don't know, it's pretty well bit. Yeah, this movie is so beautifully done. I love, as I was watching it, I'm like, this movie doesn't have a crazy over-the-top ending. It really is Batman taking down some minions, a fist fight between Joker, and essentially 2 boats that might get blown up. That's it. It's nothing crazy. It really isn't. It's kind of simple. Like, even less simple than what Batman Begins is. Because, like, Batman Begins has Bruce Wayne's house burning down, and then there's a big thing on the train might blow up, blah, blah, blah. It's got a lot more going on in Batman Begins. This is much more simple, and even more simple than even The Dark Knight Rises. Dark Knight Rises is even fairly simple. I mean, yeah, it's the cops and, the mob, essentially. Not the mob, the bad guys, Bane's army fighting, and then it's Batman and Bane having a fist fight. But this is the simplest out of the trilogy. I mean, it's really just Joker and Batman having a little bit of a fist fight. Joker takes down some minions. I mean, that's it. It's not like it's that crazy. The ending of this movie is the Harvey Dent stuff. And it's not a fight. It's really not. I mean, there's some pushing, but that's about it. I just love how simple this movie is, but at the same time, it's not. It's amazing. And, the other thing I love about this movie, too, is you could really take Batman out of this. Just make him a cop that does some some crazy stuff. Maybe a little less over the top, maybe less crazy, the flying, essentially. And you could just make Joker just a bad guy without, the crazy makeup, and it's not a superhero movie. It's just a cop drama about a guy trying to take down a sadistic serial killer or something like that. Like, it really is crazy how much this is a movie. And, this is like, this movie's like the reason why they said we have to have 10 Best Picture nominees, essentially. Like, there needs to be more recognition for these kind of movies. So I freaking love that. I love this movie to pieces. I love it. I freaking love it. I flippin' love it. As I already said, there's nothing wrong with this movie. It's a 10 out of 10. It's 10 out of 10. I'm just telling you right now. That is the score. Everything about this movie is just perfect in my book. I love this movie so much. It is brilliant. That opening sequence, too, of the bank robbery, so good. It's just so good. So flippin' good. It's so good. It's so good. The interrogation scenes, the interrogation scene with Batman and Joker, so great. So great. By the way, Chester is eating a bone. If you're wondering what that sound is. I mean, there's other sounds probably. Okay, I don't know what else to talk about with this. I love this movie. I love this movie. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm so happy I got to see it in theater again. It just makes me so happy to see this movie again in theaters. It's just one of the greatest movies of all time. It's like in my top 10 for sure. I love this movie so much. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, I'm going to stop talking because it's just 10 out of 10. Perfect movie. This is, you guys, I don't know why you're even, are you still watching this? Why are you watching this at this point? It's just me going, this perfect. It's perfect. It's just perfect. It's wonderful. It's perfect. 10 out of 10. All right, guys. I hope you guys have yourself a great night. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. We will see you next time.